Greetings, everyone. This is Dawn LaSalle from John F. Kennedy School in Newark, New Jersey, and today I'm going to be presenting to you something I've found to be extremely helpful during this time of remote learning, and that is using Nearpod through Google Slides. On my screen, you can see I already started creating a lesson in Google Slides, and I'm going to show you how to embed Nearpod activities right into your slide presentation. This is a total game changer and can be used with any subject, area, and any grade level. First things first, you're going to need to open a Google Slide and install the Nearpod add-on. And the way we're going to do that is once you're in your Google Slide, you're going to come up here to the Google Slide toolbar and you'll see the add-ons tab. You're going to click that tab and it's going to open up a menu with all of the add-ons that are already installed. As you can see, I already have Nearpod installed in mine. However, if I didn't, and if you don't, you're going to come down here where it says Get Add-ons, and you're going to click Get Add-ons. Okay, once we're here in the Google Workspace Marketplace, you are going to search for Nearpod. You'll see Nearpod for Google Slides. Mine is already installed, but yours won't be, so you need to click on it and it will say install right here. You will click install and it's as easy as that. Then, once you're back in your slide, you're going to go back to add-ons and you're going to click on Nearpod, open Nearpod. Nearpod is then going to open up over here on the right-hand side of your slide. If you haven't logged in a while, you're probably going to have to log in. So always log in with Google. Always make sure that you're logged in with your NPS account. And then it will open up all the tools that are available to you on the right-hand side here. As you can see, there are a ton of tools available to us, and I'm going to show you how to embed some of them into a Google Slide presentation right now. But you can see there's audio, there's BBC video, collaborate boards, draw out activities, virtual field trips, fill in the blank, Flipgrid activities, matching pairs, memory test, Nearpod 3D, open-ended questions, PDF viewer, polls, quizzes, simulations, slideshows, time to climb, which is basically like an embedded Kahoots game without having to go to an outside website, videos, and web content. So there is a ton that you can add into your Google Slides, but we're just going to go through now and I'm going to show you how to add them. So going to my second slide, you can see I have my little hook here. In our TAP program, our Transition Academy program, we've been doing a lot on needs and wants and budgeting and becoming a smart consumer. So at this point in the game, I want to start talking to the kids about rhetorical techniques and persuasion. So the hook to my lesson is, do you have a favorite commercial? So we're going to be talking about the fact that advertisers spend billions of dollars on commercials every year, that the Super Bowl has become more popular for its commercials than the actual football game itself, how much we love commercials and they make us laugh and cry. They get the jingles stuck in our head. So after having this little discussion, at this point, what I'm going to want to do, I'm going to insert a collaborate board. So if I click collaborate board, it's going to prompt me to enter the topic. So I'm just going to put commercials, and down here I'm going to write, what is your favorite commercial, and tell me why you love it. Okay. So here we can add a picture if we want to. So I can add maybe let's look for a TV. Okay, here I'm going to add this picture. save. Here's the little TV next to my prompt. And down here, you can choose a style. I like the little corkboard style, but you can pick whichever you want, and then click save. Okay, right now you're seeing a blank white screen, but it will eventually load with your little preview of your corkboard. But now my students can go on and we can talk a little bit more about commercials, why we love them, that sort of thing. And it's just going to spark the conversation and their interest and hook them. And there's my little preview. So on the next slide, I just talk about becoming a smart consumer and techniques and the 3 techniques that we're going to be going over. And then on the next slide, I start going over those techniques in detail. So at this point, I want to show the kids some examples of these techniques. So right after my Logos discussion and what Logos is about and that it uses facts and data and that sort of thing, I'm going to pop in a slideshow with some examples of Logos ads. So right here, it makes it super duper easy for us. We're just going to search with Google, and I'm going to do Logos ads. And you can see it pops up Logos ads for me. So I'm going to click on 4 of them. And I'm going to click save. And it pops that slide in right after my Logos slide. So now when I get into Nearpod, right after we're done talking about Logos, the next activity will be going over examples in our slideshow. I can do the same thing for Pathos, add a slideshow. Pathos, click off the pictures that I want to use. For my examples, click save, and it'll add the slideshow right after my Pathos slide. As you can see over here, it added it right in. Same thing with Ethos. Add my slideshow of my examples. I'll click on 4 of them, click save, and it adds the slide right in. And there it is. Okay, so moving right along, coming down here, now I'm going to review with the students what we've looked at, thinking back at the collaborative board. Can they figure out which technique was used in their favorite commercial? And then I say, let's take a poll and see the results. So at this point, I'm going to add a poll. And I can just simply type, you can do different fonts, you can do bold, you can do centered, however you want to do it, make it bigger, smaller. I'm just going to simply ask, thinking back about your favorite commercial, can you identify the technique the advertisers were using? And then I can put Ethos as a choice, Pathos, and I can add another answer and put Logos. And then I'm going to come down here and click save. And it simply adds the poll in right after that slide. And there's our poll. Okay, on my next slide, I say, can you name the technique? The following commercials use one or more of the techniques we have learned about. Can you identify them? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in some videos. of commercials. As you can see, when you click on the videos, you can do from the video library right on Nearpod. Nearpod has a lot of videos that you can use right from their library. You can use YouTube videos, and you can use your videos that you've recorded yourself, or you can upload a video straight from your computer. Today, I'm going to choose YouTube, and I'm going to look very quickly for a Pathos commercial. Okay. All right. This one I know is a good one. All the feels. And I'm going to save that video. And the best thing about this is you can embed questions right in on this video itself. So at the end of this video, way down here, I'm going to add an activity. And I'm going to add a question I'm going to do a multiple choice question that says, what technique is used in this video? Pathos, and I'm going to add logos. So I'm going to mark the correct answer is pathos, and I'm going to save. So now that question is right at the end of the video. It's already there. I'm going to save this activity, and it's going to insert it right after my last slide. So if we go down here, we'll see right after this, we have this slide. Now I can do the same thing and add videos for the other techniques as well. Okay, so at this point, we've been going for a little while. We may decide that we want to do some sort of formative assessment. We could do a fill in the blank, we could do a multiple choice quiz, a time to climb, but those are all pretty straightforward. So I wanted to show you guys how to insert a draw it. And what I like to do is I like to have my students show me evidence. So the Draw It tool is a great way to do that. So I'm going to embed a Draw It slide now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my students to circle or underline proof of logos in the following ad. Okay, what following ad? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to upload a background image for my students to draw on. So I'm just going to click on here, and let's do a logos ad. Let's see, like flow from progressive. So it's going to pop up this picture, and when my students get to this slide, they're going to have to circle or underline anything on here that they believe shows evidence or proof of the technique of logos. So I'm going to click save, and it's going to upload it to my Google slide. And there it is. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to stop here. We're going to say the lesson's done. And now what do we do? So what we have to do now is we have to save and go to Nearpod. And what this is going to do is it's going to save all of this on our Google Slides, but it's also going to upload it to Nearpod for our use. So we're going to click here. It's going to take us straight to Nearpod, and you'll see it's already saving our Google slide right here for us. It'll sometimes take a little while, depending on how many slides are actually in your presentation. It says it's almost there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the preview and just show you what it looks like. Just click through it real quick. Here's our Collaborate board, our slideshows, our poll where they had to go back and decide which technique was in their favorite commercial, the videos of the commercials, with the questions embedded right in the videos. And then this would be our draw it, where they have to take the drawing tool and circle or underline their proof. So what you would do now is you can decide whether you're going to do live participation or student paced. If you're going to do live participation, it's extremely easy to share the link right in the chat box, and the kids just come on in and you teach the lesson live. And if you needed to and you wanted to do student paced, you can assign this right to Google Classroom. And that's it. That's as easy as it gets. So please enjoy this tool. I know we all love Google Slides, and Nearpod has made it really easy to make these interactive, and just makes the virtual learning space just that much easier to handle. I hope you guys really enjoyed this presentation. I enjoyed doing it for you, and enjoy Nearpod through Google Slides. Thank you very much.